Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. We are doing our newscast from Maine. Let's begin with your news. One killed in crash on Route 101.
New Hampshire's first significant snowfall not stopping commuters from hitting the road.
Very treacherous, 40 miles an hour, cars in the ditch left and the right and everywhere. And I'm just grateful to be alive.
I've seen a lot of cars on the side of the road. Luckily, we're in this truck, so that's hopefully not going to happen to us.
Some pieces of the road are clean, some of them not so clean and slippery, so just that
Go really slow. On 293 north in Manchester, traffic crawling after multiple cars slid off the road between 93 and South Willow Street. In Epping, officials are investigating the cause of a serious accident on Route 101 eastbound near Exit 7, where the driver died in a single car crash.
Upon arrival, we found a severely damaged vehicle with the occupant entrapped. Come to find out the occupant was already deceased.
Officials won't say whether the wet conditions played a role in the crash, but they are stressing the importance of being extra cautious.
The roads are pretty slick. It's the first snowstorm, so people got to learn to just drive and take it easy and drive slow and just keep your distance from other vehicles. So today's obviously first snowfall. They're going to be a little slick.
For the most part, we did see people heeding that advice, and the signs on the highway, the electronic signs, do say the speed limit on the highway is 45 miles an hour. In Hooksett, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Jessica, thank you. And tough driving conditions contributing to many crashes today, this one in Peterborough. Police say there were multiple cars off the road along Route 101. And police across the state are urging drivers to use caution out there. Speeds are reduced statewide to 45 miles per hour, except for areas further north. For more on the road conditions tonight, we're joined on the phone live by Lieutenant Jeffrey Ledoux from New Hampshire State Police. Lieutenant, how are things looking out there at this hour? We've been tracking this with you for hours now.
Yeah, the roads are still extremely slick out there, so please, if you don't have to be out there, there's no need to be out traveling on these roads. Currently, on our state roadways, we're up to around 200 crashes and vehicles off the road at this time, and we have about 12 to 13 pending.
And those crashes, is that people following too closely or not really heeding those 45-mile-per-hour speed limits, or a combination of the two there?
It's all of the above and a combination of the two, and we would just urge, the motoring public that if you don't have to be out on the roads, the best place to be during a snowstorm is not out there.
And how important is it to remind people of moving over when they see state troopers, emergency vehicles, plows, and vehicles like that?
Well, public safety is paramount with the state police, and we would urge the drivers to pay close attention to that move over law. And when you do see the first responders out there on the side of the roads dealing with these accidents and these vehicles and these spinouts, to simply slow down and move over and take.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Roy Moore campaign releases Trump robocall. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Out of Alabama, where they're down to the wire in a closely watched race for that U.S. Senate seat. The president in Pensacola last night, as you heard, urging his supporters to back Republican Roy Moore, a candidate accused of sexual misconduct with teenage girls, allegations he says are not true. Voters heading to the polls on Tuesday. Here's ABC's Gloria Riviera.
Tonight, Doug Jones, the Democrat, hoping to wrestle an Alabama Senate seat away from Republicans, taking his message to the black voters.
This campaign has got the wind of its back because we are bringing people together from all across the state. And the other side is trying to divide us more than they bring people together.
Speaking in Selma today and later this weekend expected to stump with civil rights icon John Lewis, Jones hoping to weaken embattled Republican Roy Moore with strong African-American turnout and counter President Trump's outspoken support of Moore in this reliably red state.
We can't afford to have a liberal Democrat who is completely controlled by Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. We can't do it. His name is Jones, and he's their total puppet.
President Trump on the attack near the Alabama border, going after the credibility of one of the 8 women who have accused Moore of misconduct.
You know the yearbook? Did you see that? There was a little mistake made. She started writing things in the yearbook.
Beverly Nelson telling ABC News Moore attacked her in his car when he was in his 30s and she was just 16.
He was trying to pull me toward in between his legs. It was terrible.
As evidence, Nelson says she kept her high school yearbook with his signature, but recently acknowledging to Tom Yamas, she did add who Roy Moore was and when and where he signed her yearbook.
To be clear, Beverly, he signed your yearbook.
He did sign it.
And you made some notes underneath.
Yes.
Nelson's lawyers say they've had the signature confirmed by an expert. With 72 hours to go, it could all come down to voter turnout. Will infrequent voters who normally don't vote in a special election show up? And what about moderate white voters who are put off by Moore? Will they stay home or vote for a Democrat? Tom?
All eyes on Alabama. All right, Gloria, thank you. And this programming note, that hotly contested Senate race will be the focus tomorrow on This Week.
Okay, and there you go on that report, and that did it for the Riley King Newscast. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great Sunday, everyone, and see you back here later on today. Goodbye.